Hello, my name is Edward Rakers. I'm from Kayak, and you're watching Live Prague.
Simple things were significant. I don't care if those times are over. I'm not gonna live like everyone.
Oh, it's very nice to meet you.
We started.
Oh, if you can introduce yourself.
Hi, my name is Mariusz. What else
Hi,
should I say?
my name is Piotr.
And you are, of course, from?
We are
From Riverside.
Riverside, okay. Well, you're about to kick off a new tour, I believe, the autumn tour.
We can say that this is autumn edition of our anniversary tour. We're still celebrating our 10th anniversary
Yeah.
this year.
And you played a few times in Holland already.
Yes,
How many times already?
I think about 27.
Okay, but
Seriously, I don't know. But we mean
You mean
This
since
year.
the beginning or
this year?
I think it will be third time playing night two shows.
Okay. And you still like to come to Holland to play here?
No.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. This is a very special country for us. That was our first show outside Poland that we played
Yeah.
for a foreign audience, and we still have this in our minds and hearts. That was great experience for us.
Okay, well that's very nice, of course. Well, I know the Dutch people are very fond of Riverside because well they always go to the shows, so that's very good. Now, one of my questions was that I noticed that you do most of the interviews, but now you're the two of them.
Yes. I just wanted to change this.
Yeah,
He didn't want to be alone.
not afraid of the camera, I hope.
Which one? That one looks much more scary.
Yeah?
It's more and more, okay.
No problem. Okay, I was curious. I mean, I know that before Riverside started, you were in more of a metal band. But what is your background in the music?
I grew up on electronic music.
Okay.
Like Tangerine Dream, old albums, Michael Oldfield, Angelis, progressive rock of the 70s, punk rock, metal, and a lot of different stuff. My first band that I played, it was punk metal, so that was horrible, really. But I remember this with, that was my first steps with the bass guitar. I had a X-grip
Fretboard.
fretboard.
Yes.
I always forgot this name. Okay, I have this fretboard on the guitar and strings, and the space between this and strings was about 2 centimeters.
Okay.
So to do some sound, I had to do this like this, and that was my first experience in rock band.
Okay, but it didn't scare you because you kept on going.
Yes, I was very brave.
Okay, so what I like about the beginning of Riverside is the role that Clutching at Straws by Mariusz played.
Oh.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Here we go
No,
again.
we're not going into it because I think
Thank you.
told
Thank
the
you.
role.
This story is really famous, I think, and we are telling this story a couple of times, many times.
Yeah, so we won't go
Maybe
into it.
a couple of times.
Many couple.
What I like about it is that album also was the start for me to get into progressive rock. So before that, yes. So that's an interesting something we have in common, which is nice. Okay, but so you started out as bass player, but when you formed Riverside, was it straight away that you would be the singer, or how did that go?
First we played instrumental tracks, but I started to sing, and because I used to sing in my previous band, but it was in Polish, and it was horrible, as I said before. But maybe after all those years, I just changed a little my way of singing.
Yeah.
I learned myself how to sound better. So I'm trying to sound. I'm not trying to sing, I'm trying to sound.
Okay.
Yeah, but actually it was like Mariusz joined the project because at the beginning it was a project. We were looking for the bass player.
Yeah.
For one rehearsal.
Yeah.
Not for 3 months.
Yeah. And I think it was the second one, or the first rehearsal, or the second one, when Mariusz said something. I was singing in the past in the band, so maybe you can give me a microphone and we will try. So when he started to sing, it was like, wow. So now we don't have only a bass player, we have a singer and then the leader, so great.
Very convenient.
Nice.
You have a couple of albums out, you have a few EPs out, so there's a lot of music. How do you come up with the ideas for the songs? Or how do you compose as a band or separately?
Well, composing as a band, I mean, I try to bring to our rehearsals some drafts. Composing at home, for instance, that we close this together as a band, because we always want it to sound like a band, not like one person project. So it's very important to add your own character to the music. There are some stuff. Now, basically, in the past it was something like, okay, I prepared the song by myself, but for instance, the memories in my head or no doing high definition, we did it together in the rehearsal, mostly.
Together. Is it difficult to come up with ideas?
Yes. Of course it is. But from time to time, it's like, when you find your time, and the ideas are just like this.
Yeah.
Yes, but
I'm not trying to do something like, okay, for Thursday morning I need to prepare 2 songs. So I'm starting from Monday and I'm working from 8 to 7 to
yeah.
No, it's not like this. Basically it's just doing nothing. But when you have some ideas, okay, so maybe I will record this, maybe I will try to remember.
Yeah.
And later you just come in with this idea for you guys, and they say, no, it sucks. We're trying to do something different.
Yeah, because I know some bands say, well, they take like 6 or 8 weeks, and they say, well, we're going to write an album in that period, but that doesn't work for you. It's more like a natural process.
No, but it works like that because we don't have. If we are on tour, we don't have too much time to compose, because we are the kind of band which need to have time to concentrate on doing something. Mariusz would like to change it, and I know that, but still we need to, we are doing a schedule for the year or even 2 years further, and we have period of time we plan for composing a new stuff.
So this year we will have 1 month for this, and next year 2 months.
Okay.
So basically we have some kind of period,
12 weeks instead of 8.
Yeah. And do you have enough time then, or do you still find that it's not time enough?
I said before, I'm doing nothing. I'm just waiting for some ideas. Yeah, we have plenty of time for different things, I guess.
Yeah.
But if you see, we also trying to use this time playing shows, for instance, in Holland. So it's not so. I'm kidding a little bit. It's hard with this time.
Yeah.
I wish it would be more hours, but unfortunately it's not possible.
No, that's true. Do you play a lot live? A lot of. I mean, now you have a tour, but
we're not that kind of band that who plays, 200 shows a year.
Yeah.
But we're trying to play in a decent amount.
Yeah.
Maybe 60-70 shows.
Okay. That's very good. So it's nice to be on stage, I hope.
Yes.
Well, what do you like more, being on stage or being in the studio?
My favorite question. I like both. And you?
Yeah, me too. Yeah, I think each of this has the bright and dark sides, you know. So sometimes when you're too long on tour, you are tired and you would like to go home. And the same is with the studio. Sometimes at the end, when you should be the most concentrated person because you are mixing and stuff, you are so tired recording and listening this same song for the hundreds of times, you know. And sometimes you would like to go away, you know. But it depends, of course, how do you plan your work in the studio, and until now I think we never had a really perfect planned recording session, but we would like to change it in the future.
My friend.
You know, it's like being a musician. It's, I think, very specific kind of job, because usually it works together with the passion. Right? Music is my passion, and it's my job now.
Yeah.
So I need to be careful not to lose my passion. Not to. That's why when we're working in a studio, we need to find this balance between the shows and the studio. It's always like finding the right balance. Not to be too long on a tour, and not to be on too long. Not to be long too long in the studio. So.
What do you like most about Riverside?
Well, I think for me, the thing that I'm kind of proud of is the fact that after all those 10 years, I think we found our sound. I don't want to say that we're a very original band, but I think we're on a good way to be a very original band, and I think we achieved something like our own specific sound. And you can hear that this is Riverside. If you just hear a few tones, few, you know, if you hear music, you can feel that you know this from somewhere, right? It sounds like Riverside. I know that we have only 4 albums, so we still need to have time to prove it more for some people. But as I said, I think we're on a good way to achieve this. I think this is the most proud thing. Because these days it's very hard to achieve your own sound. You know, there's millions of bands. 300,000 bands just sound the same, exactly the same. So, but for some people who sound exactly the same, like Uden, for instance, right? So it's also, it depends on the point of view.
Interesting. I never.
I know.
Connections.
I know, but you know, this is like.
Do you follow the music, the current music scene? The new releases coming out, or new bands, or you still have?
Do you? Talking about me, yes. I have about, I don't know, maybe 8, 9 bands. And I'm curious, you know, I'm always want to check what Steven Wilson is doing, what, for instance, Open's doing. Some bands like Mariusz, Mastodon. You know, it's that kind of bands. I'm just curious, but this is not like this is my, you know, biggest influence, and I want to do exactly music like that. This is. I noticed that the older I am, the more music from the past I listen to. So I'm just taking back to the old stuff.
I think some people think that the music a band listens to is the kind of music they make or they like, but well, it doesn't have to be that way, of course. I mean, you don't have to listen to music that sounds exactly the same as...
You know, I try to avoid this, to be honest. I try to avoid when for instance, there's a moment of composing, I'm not listening to the bands that sound similar. I don't want to do this. Mostly, I'm not listening to music at all. I'm trying to see, you know, watch the movies, reading the books and everything, find some different inspirations than the music. And when you have time, finally, like, for instance, you just finished the album, now you have 3-4 months to finally take a breath So okay, let's check this band, you know, all those bands that from the same music area. And later you just find out that damn, it sounds the same like you did. Why? Because we are on the same music area. But this is not like, you know, for instance, Opeth is my inspiration. No. But I respect this band very much. The same like Porcupine Tree and everything. You know? But I try to avoid listening that kind of band during the process of. I don't know how it's with you, but this is what I'm doing.
With me, it's different. Well,
yes.
You know, of course, Mariusz said everything what was important in that question.
So now I just add something like, what time is the dinner?
Yeah, what time?
No, okay, yeah. I think we answered this question.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you've been making music for 10 years.
Even more.
More?
In Riverside, yes.
In Riverside, of course. So what are the plans for the future?
Another 10 years.
Another 10 years? Okay.
No, I hope we'll just keep going on with everything. The plans are just the normal. I mean, the next album, the next tour. You know, this is our life. This is how it looks mostly. And
are you already working on a new album?
No,
not yet.
Not yet.
First the tour.
We have nothing so far. We will start have something in December, I guess. So after first we need to, you know, meet some people to play some tunes.
Well, until then, this is the one, of course, to listen to. I must say I really enjoyed this one.
Thank you so much.
It was very nice. I can remember that when Out of Myself was released, I was on a forum and I can't remember which one because it's been a long time ago. And there was someone's posting. He said, "You gotta listen to this band. You'll probably like it." So I bought the album and he was right. I loved it. And I didn't really.
And after 10 years, you like another one?
No, it's not that it's between 10 years. No. I did a review on the second album, which I also very much love, and I must say, after that I kind of lost track, and I reconnected a little bit with this one, but I already added a couple of albums as well, so I'm back on track. But what you say is something that I do hear. If I put this on, I instantly hear that it's Riverside, and that's what I like. So it's
So I guess you are this kind of fan more of this Marillion style than Dream Theater, probably.
I like a lot of music. I'm gonna say I'm not a big Dream Theater fan.
Yeah, I mean those, you know, you like this kind of more mellow, progressive.
It depends. I also like the heavier music.
Okay.
And then, there goes my notes. Well, one of the things that I do like in your music is the fact that sometimes it's very mellow, and sometimes it gets a little more aggressive and heavy, and those kind of influence, the combination, the balance between that, that is what I like in your music a lot.
Okay. But you said about Dream Theater, it means that all things that we're doing in a harder way, it's always Dream Theater.
No, you know, because he said that he liked the first album and the second, but after then he lost the track. So it is because of our music, or you forget to buy it and listen to it, for example, or you didn't like.
What kind of interview is that?
No, it's not a matter of that I didn't like it anymore. But I found that when I started doing reviews, I've been doing reviews since 2003, And you get so much CDs sent to you that you have to review that I found that you don't have the time anymore to just go and buy an album you like, because you have so much music you have to listen to. And that's one of the reasons why after a few years I quit reviewing, because I was tired of, you know,
What was your last review you did?
I can't remember.
Oh, but the first one?
The first one was Symphony X.
Ah, okay.
But that was because I've been working with Arjen Lucassen for a few years, and he did the Star 1 tour with Russell Allen. When they did the tour, Symphony X had a new album out, and he had it with him. So that's how I got into reviewing and started with that one. And I think about a year and a half ago, I got back into reviewing, but this time using the camera.
Okay.
And doing reviews in a different style. Not so much grading an album, which is what I used to do, because normally a reviewer gives an 8 or a 10 or a 1 to an album. I don't do that. I only review albums that I like, and that I can say to people, buy this one because it's good. So that's the reason. And well, I did a review of this one. I sent the link on your Facebook page.
Okay.
I don't know if you've seen it, but
I guess now I remember something. Yeah. So now you have to tell us about your childhood.
my childhood.
No, I'm just kidding. Okay, no. I just wanted to, you know, do some kind of turn upside down. We can go back to the.
Well, I'm a little bit through my questions, because I try to because I know you've done a couple of interviews already in Holland, and I try to ask something different than what the others did, because otherwise, you know, you'd just be repeating everything, and that would not be very interesting. So I think this was very nice. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much
For your time. I see it's time for dinner.